talked about this in the last video, they very much, I think, interpret how they should act based off of how we're acting. You are along for the ride.
Hey guys, Dr. Jeff here from Newman Chiropractic with Maureen from Maureen's Meals, my fiance. And we're here today for our monthly newsletter video that we send out. We're filming this on, what, the 6th, April 6th? So we're really getting into the higher stages of these COVID-19 positive cases. Pretty much every one of us now has had either first or second degree like communication with a friend. Like, we haven't been personally with people that have tested positive, but we all know someone, whether it be a first degree friend, right, that has been tested positive. They're doing okay, but we're going to start seeing more and more cases. And you can always keep tabs on that on our drjeffnewman.com/COVID-19 page. I update that daily, right?
My favorite part of the day.
Favorite part of the day, doomsday time, right? So what we decided to do today in terms of this restorative care and the COVID-19 type care is we wanted to talk about how our habits have changed since we've come home, right? So I haven't been working for, how many weeks? 2 weeks? Okay, and how many weeks haven't you been working?
Physically working?
Yep. Going anywhere?
Going anywhere. Three and a half weeks.
Yep. How long have the kids been home interrupting your home routine?
They have been home because they had spring break earlier. They've been home since the first full week of March. Okay. So almost a whole month.
So a month, right? So what we've realized is that, and I've read this many times, and I'll talk a little bit later about how we established this part of the website called Habit Formation, but we've got 2 books here, Atomic Habits by James Clear. You haven't read this one yet, right? But I've talked a lot to you about it. This one right here, Tiny Habits by BJ Fogg. All right, this guy is the leader in behavioral psychology and habit formation, and this guy puts it in a much more digestible type stuff. This guy's book is all these graphs and these like systems and stuff. This guy puts it into a much more digestible thing. So for you guys that like the book recommendations I give, this one's definitely a must grab. And this one's been on the New York Times bestseller list at the top for a while. But what we've realized with those is that, I mean, and in ourselves, when we look at ourselves, is that environment really shapes our ability to create habits.
Yep.
So my habits have, what have you said? How have my food eating habits, my sleep habits, all those habits that we talked about, all those pillars of health, how is that?
Is this an honest answer?
Honest answer.
In the tank.
In the tank, right down. I am like an F. Like, my environment has changed so much, my routine has changed so much, that I am finding it so hard to establish any healthy habit. My habits have gone right down in the tank. Bad. All right, and how about you? How do you think your habits have been?
I would say for the most part, I've tried to stay relatively consistent with habits and routines that we've established.
Yeah.
Meaning, I'm still getting up every morning at the same time.
Yep.
I'm still taking a shower and putting on real clothes, maybe doing my makeup, depending.
Yep.
If I've got to be on a
So those
video.
things you feel are...
Those sort of set me up for success for the day. And like I said to you, I think it was important for the boys who have also been impacted by a change in routine, that they see something that's consistent for them, that they, oh, mom's up, she's dressed, she's making breakfast, like, we're getting the day started in as similar of a way as possible.
It's helpful for me. Imagine how bad my habits would be if you weren't doing that. Oh my God. That would be so bad. But those are important things. So like the week, even like the weekend is just nothing for me, but the week, I even find myself, you are my cue, right? So the cue is big, and they talk about that a lot in these books, and we talk about that in our habit formation portion of our website that we just set up. But the cue is the thing that establishes the action to take place, right? And then you need to be rewarded on that action, and then the cue will always signify that action to take place, right? So I'm having a hard time, because I do go to work on a regular basis, come home, those cues are no longer there. So I have to try to establish these healthier habits, and that's what I want to really talk about today with you guys is I'm sure a lot of you guys are going through the same struggles. You've worked so hard to establish these healthy habits, and now all of a sudden those cues have fallen by the wayside because our environment has changed, right? Yeah. So you are very, very good at self-cueing. So like when you wake up in the morning like that, let's go over some ways in which like I'm impressed by your ability to kind of continue the consistency. Like, so with the kids, like we still say Monday through Friday school days, right? So when Cole and Emmett come over and they have to hop between household and household, and everyone does stuff differently, it doesn't mean it's wrong, but it's just different, right? Yeah. But like we say school days are Monday through Friday, and they kind of laugh at us, right? Because I feel like every other child on the planet knows that they aren't in school. Yeah. But we've established that Monday through Friday is school, right?
Yeah, we've kept that message consistent, and we've made sure that it's school night. They still go to bed at, the same time that they would go to bed if they were physically going to school.
Where did that come from? Is that your teacher mentality? What, like?
I think probably.
Yeah. But that's just you? That's just you feel me. Like, that would be? Huh?
I've always been somebody, and my sister used to make fun of me, but I always was somebody who I felt better or I was more productive if I got up and got dressed. Even if I wasn't going anywhere. If I sort of went through those normal habits and routines.
Yeah, but me
every
too.
Day.
I'm very productive, but I am like, if that cue isn't there, it doesn't. Nothing happens. What is the thing that happens?
I think I also feel accountable for.
Okay.
Like, I don't say being the model, but like for the boys. Like they very much, and we talked about this in the last video. They very much, I think, interpret how they should act based off of how we're acting. You are along for the ride. Good and bad. So we are, at least I feel like I really try to take that into account with how we're communicating with each other about this pandemic. Yeah. How we sort of, what that looks like to them. Yeah. But then I think for that routine piece, it's also important too. They see it as just another day. Yep. Mom's doing the same thing she does every single day. I guess I need to do the same thing.
Yeah. So that's good. I mean, we've got the breakfast in the morning, the come down wearing regular clothes, right, during the week. I wear my scrubs at home. No, I'm just kidding. I don't do that. I wear sweatpants. But we do lunch at, you've set up essentially like a teacher style curriculum for them. And now a lot of schools, even the public school system is establishing some remote learning, they call it, right? To have more of that routine. So establishing a place around the house, right? That is their learning space. Yep. Whether it be a certain spot on the couch or what, but having that space be theirs is very, very valuable, right? And then even the reading at night, we're still good about
Same
that.
Thing.
Going to bed on time. Yep. All right, so that's them, but how about us? Am I really that, like, actually, now that I think about it, I am really the one that's way off the wagon. And you guys are relatively, yeah.
You're just realizing that.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. All right. So I need to establish healthier habits myself. Yeah. With the new environment. This video is more for me than for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Well, I think you have a whole different set of cues now.
Huge.
So you've got to, and that was one thing that I was going to mention is we did such a great job with the boys sort of leading up to this, where we really started to get them to be aware of those environmental cues and what does that mean? And after I brush my teeth, or after mom does my hair, that's my cue to go get in the car. Yep. Right now, all of that is gone. Some of those cues, so I've had to sort of change those cues with the boys. Yep. So we might not be physically leaving the house, but still pay attention. When you're done eating your breakfast, that's your cue to go brush your teeth. James has been great about setting timers. Yep. And I think that's important at this time. You might need a cue that's a little bit more intense than what you would normally rely on.
Yep. Yeah, and even like the days that I walk,
yeah,
I'm way more, I function way better that day, right? Like I do more. I'm more getting going because if you guys didn't know, my walk to work in the morning is that thing to get to work, and then at the end of the day, I'm done. I mean, I walk home midday, but that walk to work is the thing that starts the day. So yeah, I got to establish some cues. All right.
Just being open to revise instead of just sort of like throwing our hands up and saying, everything's out of whack and the whole world is turned upside down.
Yep.
Which is okay too.
Yep.
But if you're looking to make some changes, I think understanding that you're going to have to revise those cues and pay attention to your new environment.
Yep.
Because I don't think it's going anywhere for a while.
It's not changing anytime soon. So that's one of the reasons why we wanted to make this video, was to get you guys in the realization that you've got to change stuff now because it's not changing anytime soon. So the way that we keep saying the word cues are the things that establish that initiation of the habit. So in the behavioral psychology world, the cue is, so like when you get out of the shower, you brush your teeth, right? Mm-hmm. Getting out of the shower is the cue to brush your teeth. And then what you're supposed to do is you're actually supposed to take healthy habits that you want to utilize and stack them onto other habits that you've already established.
Yeah.
Right? So for me, something as simple as flossing is you brush your teeth, that's the healthy habit. And then once you finish brushing your teeth, that's the cue to floss one tooth, right? So you've got to floss one tooth, and then after a while you start realizing how beneficial the flossing the one tooth is. And I know it sounds crazy. Are you still flossing every day?
Yeah.
It's crazy, but you can actually feel that the one tooth actually feels a little cleaner than the rest. Yeah, every once in a while you'll find something in one and you'll be like, oh man, there is actually a purpose to me flossing every day. So then the habit grows. So let's think of some healthy habits I have right now that I could stack healthier habits onto. So like let's make some healthy habits for Dr. Jeff.
Okay.
I wake up in the morning, that's healthy.
Yeah, you take a shower.
I shower. That one's a good one.
And you do walk almost every day.
Yep.
During the week.
Yes.
Actually, we walk on the weekends
too. We walk on the weekends too.
But your time during the week is more consistent than on the weekend. Basically, when school starts, that's your cue
to get out
to get out of the house.
Yeah. But when Cole and Emmett are here, I stay home for them.
Yeah, I know.
But that cue. But okay, so let's think about this. That cue is usually when you guys left the house to bring them to school.
Yep.
So when school starts, that was my cue to like go to work.
Yeah.
What are cues? Okay, so I could do that. What were other cues that I could play with? I would usually come home at 1.
Yeah.
Right? And then I'd have that 2-hour break or whatever. And then I go back. And then I get home around 6:30.
Yep.
Putting you two on the spot? All that's gone.
Well, I think for you have to think about what pieces of that you might be able to replicate.
Yep.
And maybe it's not the exact times, but was there something that you did right before or right after lunch that you could insert a healthy habit? Maybe you're doing something now that you'd rather replace it with.
Yeah, right? I could set little timers and like that's the time to do something towards the office. Okay.
You need a schedule. I can make you one. Do you want a color-coded schedule?
We can make a color-coded schedule like the kids. All right, so I can do that. What else can we talk about? Yeah, so I'd say if you find yourself in an unhealthy habit system since coming home, truly write down your day and what it used to operate like, and then set little for example, for me, I'd wake up, I'd leave the house at 8:30 to go to work, or I'd leave the house at 8 to walk to work. I would come home around 1. I should now set a 1 to 2 or around that 1 o'clock time should be a cue for me to do something beneficial, something healthy, whether that be a meditation app or whether it be a nap. No, I'm just kidding. But what I'm trying to get at is that take those transition times that you used to have at work and write them out and put them there, and then do some constructive thinking about what you could add in there that's a healthy habit.
And I think that's, you know, you said a couple minutes ago, how have we stayed on track more than you? When you look at it that way, our schedule hasn't really changed that much.
It hasn't.
What's changed more is just the location of where all of that has taken place, obviously. So then some of those environmental cues have been needed to be tweaked because of that. But your entire flow of your day is completely different.
I know, I'm just walking around giving adjustments in the air to imaginary patients.
I don't know. You got to start with the schedule, I think.
All right, yeah. I'll make the schedule. You guys make the schedule. And then we'll just start adding some slots in. Make sure you check out the habit formation page. It's a link on our Newman Experience page. So you'll see a little link. It's under our little services area. So you're going to see Maureen's Meals. Then you'll see the habit formation. And it discusses the purpose of habit formation. We kind of went over that here. Then it goes over the identity, how you have to have an identity of you are a healthy person, or you are this, or you are that. And then it goes into the 3 steps that you've got to do. Okay? And I hope those are helpful for you. You have anything else you want to add?
No.
All right, good luck editing this one, John. All right. Let us know in the comments, please, what types of cues you guys have started to develop so that we can help everyone out. All right? We're going to be doing these videos more so rather than treating patients these days, right? So make sure you communicate to us online. All right, thanks. Bye.